we got to talk about Ohio State, Penn State. Okay. All right. Ohio State, Penn State is the biggest game on the schedule this weekend, right? It's the big noon game, 11 a.m. game. It is number 3 versus number 4 at Beaver Stadium. And both of these programs have given you reason to believe they're not as good as we thought they were. Penn State has yet to give you a reason to believe that it can win a national championship. They've beaten everybody they've played. They have not been at any point dominant against a good program. Bowling Green took them into the deep water. USC took them into overtime. Both of those programs are mediocre. Okay? Wisconsin had them on the ropes until the defense said, it's cool. Drew Aller can go down. We're going to take care of this. Picked off Braden Locke, ran it back, basically broke the game, and they get this win against Wisconsin to set up this all-important one against Ohio State, because this is the most important game on the schedule for them. They have to win this game. They have to. If they lose this game, they're not making the playoff. Or not. We're not going to put an 11-win Penn State in there if there's an 11-win Indiana in there, right? Especially if they beat Ohio State. They can't afford a loss in this game. They have to win it. Because the 12-team playoff was created with teams like Penn State in mind. Programs that have been good for the past decade, college football playoff era, but have not been good enough to be one of the 4 teams invited. Now we've tripled the field. We've tripled the field thinking that Penn State, USC, Florida would all take advantage of the other 8 spots, and they haven't, save Penn State. But Penn State has got to do what it's really had a difficult time doing, which is beat Ohio State. There's no Michigan on the schedule. And even if there was, Michigan isn't good enough for us to believe that it's a quality win anymore. Ask Texas about that, right? I think you've got 2 really, really great tailbacks. You got one of the best tailback combinations in college football. I'd say top 3, right? And Nick Singleton, K-Tron Allen. And when one ain't thunder, the other one is. And when one is lightning, the other one is thunder. When you got them both healthy, you can run the ball. And when you can run the ball and play defense, you got a chance to win every football game you play. Is Drew Aller capable of leading that team to a national championship? I don't know, but I ain't seen it. Nothing in his game so far has told me he's capable of beating Ohio State. He's capable of beating Oregon, of beating Georgia, of beating Texas. I ain't seen it, but there's still time. There's still room, and that's assuming he comes back from this injury. He wasn't able to go to the second half. Bo Pribula was. He looks fine. They ran a lot of zone read with him. Looked like Marcel Reed. If Marcel Reed played more than Mason Dixon line and didn't have no melanin in his skin. Okay? That's the kind of scheme they was running. Andy Kotelnicki trying to find ways to scheme Tyler Warren open, who feels like the only dude who has locked up any individual award so far this year. If he don't win the Mackey Award, we gotta throw the folks to voting the Mackey out. That's the best tight end in the country. They do everything with that dude, and he continues to show up in ways that other tight ends just aren't asked to show up. You know, and as much as it pains me to see it didn't happen for Tom Allen in Indiana and what he has to watch happen with Kurt Cignetti the year after he gets fired, he is coordinating what I think is one of the better defenses in the country. And when I take a look at this thing in November, I'm really going to have to take a look at whether Tom Allen deserves to be on this list of Broyles Award finalists if they get a win against Ohio State. So you got everything to play for if you are the Penn State Nittany Lions. And James Franklin needs a W. He needs a W in this game. You know, James Franklin makes it kind of difficult for me to talk about him from time to time, dog. That man performed the 31st miracle at Vanderbilt, back-to-back winning seasons. Okay, what Clark Lee is doing, you know, James Vanderbilt, like I did that, and he's the only man alive today who could say he did that because Vanderbilt is that tough a job. That said, I don't think that he eats fried chicken with a fork. I don't think he does that. I do think I would like James Franklin to be a little bit more, it's me out here, and I've been making it happen at Penn State. I would like to see a little bit more prime in James Franklin's game. How about that? I would like to see a little bit more prime. I would like to see a little bit more Andrew Young in James Franklin's game. Okay? I would like to see that. I would enjoy that. I think that would be good for all of us. Okay. On the other side, however, we got Ryan Day and Ohio State. And Ryan Day and Ohio State got their backs against the wall, as only Ohio State could have its back against the wall after taking a single loss to the number one team in college football by 1 point. Because the standard at Ohio State is not the standard everywhere else. At Ohio State, the fan base expects 11-12 wins. It expects to win the Big Ten championship, and it doesn't understand when it doesn't. Runner-up? No. Not playing? Unfathomable. Losing to Michigan? Now we're doing something different. Now they've done it 3 times in a row. They ought to beat Michigan by 125 this year because Michigan ain't that good, and they are that good. But they also have let everybody know that they have sold out to win this football game. I mean, they on their Michael Hardy tip of sold for sale, we need to win against Michigan, the Big Ten championship, and a national championship in 2024. Not 2025, not 2026, 2024. What's it going to take? Ryan Day said, I need Chip Kelly. I need Carlos Loughlin. I need to lock up Brian Hartline. I need to lock up Jim Knowles. I need to lock up Larry Johnson Sr. I can move off of Tony Alford. I need $20 million. I need grad transfer in Will Howard, his backup in Julian Sand, the best tailback in the SEC in Quinshawn Judkins, the best wide receiver maybe the last 10 years in Jeremiah Smith. I need Emeka Ibuka to come back. I need Jack Sorry to come back. I need JT Tuimoloau to come back. I need Tyleik Williams to come back. I needed Denzel Burke from 2023 to come back. Stop getting cooked like that man is somebody's grits, and he getting cooked and they eating him. I need the best safety in all of college football in Caleb Downs. I need Latham Ransom back there. I need Cody Simon to return. I need Carnell Tate. I need Brandon Ennis. Oh, yeah, and I need my home run hitter, Travion Henderson. And if we can we go get this center down to Alabama named Seth McLaughlin? Because I think I can do something with him. Oh, let me go get Josh Simmons over here from San Diego State. Put them all together in the mix. Give it to me, and I'm going to serve you back a national championship. And they said, bet. And I said, what? And they said, no, RJ, we're going to get this man everything he asked for because we have demanded a national championship. He has said this is what it's going to take. So this is what he's going to get. Then you go to Autzen, and you do what everybody else does when they go to Autzen and their name ain't Washington. You lose. And not only do you lose, you lost Josh Simmons at left tackle, but they don't care. You play the next game against Nebraska. Nebraska had just gotten the brakes beat off of them by Indiana, who's coming out of nowhere, like an RKO from Randy Orton, to sun the Big Ten in Kurt Cignetti's year one. They beat Nebraska 56-7. You beat Nebraska 21-17 and need a fourth quarter comeback to do it at home. And folks want to know what the hell's going on. So you get water bottles getting thrown out there because they think you're trying to rob the game, but really they just mad about the play. You can't really throw the football, run the football. You need Jeremiah Smith to go make plays. That's what he does. Emeka Ibuka to make plays. Carnell Tate to make plays. Travion Henderson to make plays. Quinshawn Judkins to make plays. You get all that. But the win doesn't do anything to make Ohio State fans feel good about Penn State, let alone the national championship. Now, you're going to slide out an All-American guard to left tackle in Donovan Jackson. Donovan Jackson is capable of a lot of things. I don't know that he's capable of being an All-American standard left tackle, but they want, hey, RJ, we don't need him to be All-American. We just need him to hold up against the pass rush over there. Let me tell you something. When I know you got basically 3 guards to one side of the offensive line, and that's what a center is, it's a guard that snaps the football, I'm sending everybody to that side. I'm overloading it, and I'm saying I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm going to pick on you. And if you can beat me, then you can beat me. Because now I know Mikowski, he gone. Josh Simmons, he ain't no good. He's not anymore. He's no good to you because he's injured. Not that he's not no good. I know you are down. To which Ryan Day might say, hey guys, I can't bring back people back from injury. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I only have the roster that I have. And they said, yes, you have the roster that you wanted. We don't want to hear no excuses about no injuries. None. You got everybody you asked for. If you can't keep them healthy, that's your problem. Is that unfair? Yes. Is that also being an Ohio State head coach? Yes. He is 61-9, and all anybody want to do is compare him to John Cooper. He needs this in the worst way. I want it for him. So now you're going to go into Happy Valley, which you've heard people say, including Joel Klatt, it is the toughest place to play in football. Urban Meyer said it's the toughest place to play in football. They're going to show out. They're going to pack that stadium. They want your head. Penn State fans want your head. I don't know if Nittany Lions on the field want your head, but I know Penn State fans want you. They want every bit of that scarlet and gray. They want to place it on their mantle. I don't know how else to get it through Ohio State fans, or not Ohio State fans, Ohio State players' heads that there is a group of men in State College who are waiting on you to come to their gates so they can take everything you love. I wouldn't need a pep talk. I wouldn't need somebody to remind me of this. If you're waiting on me to storm your gates and I have an 11 a.m. meeting with you to do just that. So what Will Howard are we going to see? Are we going to see the Will Howard that beat an undefeated Texas Christian to win the Big 12 championship at Kansas State? Which Quinshon Judkins are we going to see? That dude has been a monster when they hand him the football. Hand him the football. You know, I love Trey Henderson. I do. But the more I look at Trey, I'm thinking third down back. Third down back. Quinshon need to be the bell cow. Hand that boy the rock. Let him go, Coach Lockland. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, man, that dude wants it. And with an offensive line that has been struggling to get people off of them, like the Ohio State offensive line the last couple of weeks, you need a running back that's going to make his own lane, going to make his own hole, going to make it happen for himself. That's what Quinshon Judkins has been able to do. And when you can't do that, 4 is open down there somewhere. Throw that boy the ball. Throw it in the vicinity. And you know what? If you choose to double cover him, that's Carnell Tate over there. That's Emeka Buka over there. Make it happen. Find a way. Defensively, Jim Knowles got some work to do, dog. Dylan Raiola ran through the middle of an Ohio State defense without an armed escort. Why? How? That ain't supposed to happen. Nebraska felt like winning that game. I gave Nebraska the pep talk last week. Them boys said, you know what, RJ, I got you. Let me go talk to somebody at the plant. Let me go see somebody at the Quickie Mart. Ask them what Nebraska football means to them and let me carry that with them. Man, that would be the thing I'd do if I'm a head coach, dog. I would make every single player hold a letter from a fan in their locker, in their chest for an entire week, every week. You're going to get somebody else that's going to remind you what the hell it is you out here trying to do. Because if you out here thinking that it's hard, and it is, it's very hard. If you out here thinking that I don't know if I can do this, you need to get that from somebody else who can't do it. And that's why college football is what it is. We all wish we could do it, right? We wish we could do it. And it means something different to us because that's your pride. That's your humanity out there, man. When people say Oklahoma, they're talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Like you can even see it in the comments on the show. Every other comment is somehow associated with me and Oklahoma, right? Tell me, RJ, where's Oklahoma ranked? They not. We sorry. Duh. But it's about me, right? Just like if anybody talks bad about Nebraska, it's you. There's a certain kind of Colorado fan. There wasn't no Colorado fan before Prime got there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not talking to you. Okay? Certain kind of Colorado fan that was listening to Meg Thee Stallion when she dropped Houston. Certain kind of Colorado fan don't need to be told that Quavo is Migo. Certain kind of Colorado fan that knows what Young Dolph means to Prime. Those are the folks I'm talking to right quick. They feel attacked when somebody comes after that dude. Whenever you say anything just a little bit on the nose, little bit construed as negative about Coach Prime in North Colorado, they gonna show up. Talking about, is he Jake Paul now? Yes. Colorado is still Jake Paul. Still knocking people out. But Tyson gonna murder him. You put Colorado up against Georgia, what you expect to happen? One of them is Tyson. One of them is Jake Paul. We ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be Jake Paul in a boxing ring. I don't think it's okay to be Jake Paul, period. But it's okay to be Jake Paul in a boxing ring. He can fight. But if you're going to put him up there against Iron Mike, no, he can't. You're going to put him up there against Deontay Wilder, no, he can't. Tyson Fury, no, he can't. You know, I keep going because I got it like that because, I love boxing. I love to fight. If you could not tell already, RJ loves to fight. You know what I mean? Like, I got the collapsed knuckles and the broken nose to prove it. But that's what it is, man. Like, that's what it means to have your program on Front Street. And that's how Ohio State fans feel going on against Penn State, dog. They feel like the program is on Front Street right now, and they don't like it. They don't like it not one bit. You got Ohio State fans who saw a win against Nebraska as a harbinger of we suck. We're sorry. We're bad. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's a prerogative. That's a feeling. There's nothing you can do about that. Feelings are feelings. You got to let them pass through. You got to let them be. Okay, there's that. So now Buckeyes, the dudes that are going to be playing for gold pants here in a couple of weeks, they're going to have to let people know, I got you. I heard you. I understand. We did not reach the standard, and you, fans, set the standard. That's why they get bathed in all of this excitement and all of this money and all of this adulation, is because when you come through for them, it's unlike coming through for anybody else. You were Buckeye, you beat Michigan, you win a Big Ten championship, you win a national championship, you live forever. You live forever. That is what you're chasing. That is why it's so hard. That's why people are so hard on you, because this is what you're carrying, you know? So you need to go out there like you got Layla in this hand and Case in this other hand, and you need to make that unrequited love do what it do, baby. You got to make that happen. You got to make that go. No, Ohio State is not okay, but they can be with a win against Penn State on Saturday.